10% off from your Uncle Joey. I also want to thank Honest. Listen, when it comes to supplements, nobody does what Honest does. You know why? Because their flagship product, if you don't like it, they don't even want the product back. They give you a 100% money back guarantee. When you go buy Coke, you don't like the Coke, they give you a guarantee. No, you're going to want it. Honest don't even want it back. They just tell you, keep it, you fuck. That's why I believe in their company. That's why I've been working with them for 7 years. And it's not just that. It's the Shroom Tech, the Shroom Tech Immune, the Shroom Tech Sport. This is phenomenal fucking supplements. Go to honest.com and check out Press In Church. I'll get you 10% off your order delivered right to your house. Uncle Joey's here to take care of you, whether it's CBD, whether it's supplements, we got you. I want to thank Honest. I want to thank CBDLion.com. I want to thank Josh Wolf. But most importantly, I want to thank you motherfuckers for having my back. And I'm very sorry about Atlanta. I will get a makeup date and let you guys know as soon as it comes in. That's it. And that's that. You'll fucking hear from us on Wednesday morning. Tip Top Magoo. I love you, motherfuckers. I want to thank Josh. I want to thank the fucking Flying Jew. Like I said, I want to thank you guys. I'll see you Saturday night at the motherfucking Ice House, 7:30. Tip Top Magoo. Stay black. Kick this fucking meal week.
3 and cancer free.
Greetings from Podcastville. It's Wednesday, June 12th. The podcast is brought to you by Tushy. Listen, Tushy is the best bidet out there, portable bidet that you can get your hands on. You're asking me, Joey, what the hell is a Tushy? Tushy sprays water directly into your asshole, removes the poop completely, so you're not sitting on bacteria that leads to nasty things like hemorrhoids, yeast infections, UTI, itchy assholes, and skid marks. Bidets are common in the rest of the world. A bidet saves you money on toilet paper. Still, you use a little toilet paper to fat dry, but the amount is negligible. You understand me? Why would you want to fucking clog your toilets? Tushy sprays your ass with fresh water. It's not toilet water either. It connects to a water supply behind your toilet to spray your dirty fucking parts clean with fresh water. It's the same water you brush your teeth. Now, for Father's Day, Tushy's running a little special. It's an upgrade. You're going to get a bidet, some bamboo bum towels, a travel case, and a t-shirt. But do me a favor, it all starts with you by going to HelloTushy.com. Right now, go to Hello Tushy. Look at all of today's starting at $69. You get 10% off when you go to HelloTushy.com and you press in code CHURCH, CHURCH. That's 10% off your bidet for dad. You want dad's asshole to smell like a fucking bouquet of fucking roses? Start with HelloTushy.com right now. Press in Church and get 10% off your order. The church is also brought to you by Honest. When it comes to supplements, this is one of the only companies I trust. Why? Because they stand behind their products. Go to Honest.com right now. Take a great selection. Take a look at the great selection of supplements. From the protein powder to the Shroom Tech Immune to the Shroom Tech Sport. You make the judge. You read up on those quadricep mushrooms or whatever the fuck they are. But anyway, when you go to Honest, you see something that you want, do yourself a favor. You're looking to start a
that West Side, East Side
Alpha
gangs.
Brain is the way to go. Go on Honest.com right now. You see something you like on the checkout, press in Church and get 10% off your order. It's that quick and it gets delivered to your house. Who's better than us? Who's better than you? Nobody. Lee, kick this fucking music.
Oh, that just brought me back, man.
Oh my God.
That's when I had hair. I'm not even joking.
You know what I love? What was this? Never Gonna Get It?
Oh my God, and Vogue.
And Vogue.
Went to go see them at the Aladdin Theater. Yeah, I went and saw SWB too. I was living in Vegas at the time, so I was addicted to all of that. That whole New Jack Swing movement came out of New York, Virginia Beach, New York. Teddy Riley, you know, when he collaborated with SWB, all those beats right there, just fucking amazing. That era will never come back. I mean, they tried it. Like Bruno started coming out with this, you know, with his 24 karat. You know, that was a throwback to that movement. But that movement was so special because it was kind of like the separation from R&B of the 80s, the traditional, you know, the new editions and all that, and it went to like this hip hop feel. It was just like this. That street vibe, you know what I mean? Mary J. Blige, SWV, Guy, Blackstreet, like it was just raw.
And the West Side.
Oh, I love it, man. Jonas, are you kidding me? Dude, one of my favorite I'm sorry to keep talking, Joey, but when I met Al B. Sure at Jerry's Deli, I literally paid for his meal, and it was Al B. Sure at Heavy D, and I paid for the meal, and I literally walked up and I was just like, hey man, thank you for everything. Like, you changed music. You guys changed music, and thank you for that. And that was all. That was my way of saying thank you. They always say never beat your heroes, but I had to do that. Like, that music right there was everything to me. That's all I had, you know. All I did was listen to rock music. I mean, I did, but I'm more of the, if it's a hit, then I gravitate towards it. Like when AC/DC comes out with, you know, Back in Black, or, you know what I mean?
You have confidence in
Pearl Jam, you know what I mean? Hey, that's whenever it's like that, then I gravitate towards it. But I don't go deep into the B sides. I'm a Beatles fan. You know what I mean? I'm not rock. I'm more of that R&B soul.
I'm just blown away. So many comedians come in here. You throw on music and they fucking spill their guts.
Yeah.
You are like Fuzzy.
I love it, man. You know, I think also because my Filipino side, my mom's side, it's all about music. It's literally, my sister became a singer in Vegas. For 20 years, she was a lounge act. You know, that was my first time actually tasting a Vegas stage, was when my sister was in between a set, and she goes, hey, my brother does comedy, and I went up at the Stardust. Remember the Stardust before they tore that shit down? So I went up at the Stardust, and there was a bar. They were playing a bar. This is so Vegas right here. It was a bar, and behind the bar where they put the bottles was her band. Like, they literally gave her this desk right here was their stage. They had a fucking drum, 2 guitars, and my sister singing lead with the guitar player, and they were doing it. They were doing 4 sets a night. You know what I mean? From 8 to 1 a.m. And she brought me up one night, and I remember I was being dirty. It was my first, you know how it is when you first start. It was just dirty. And then the pit boss came and he was like, hey, get him up. What the fuck? Can't be talking like that. We got people gambling. But that was my first taste of a Vegas stage. And that was it. I was addicted.
You grew up in Seattle.
I grew up in Tacoma. I was 45 in Tacoma, which is like 45 minutes from Seattle.
Never was comedy there.
No, man. I told everyone I was going to be one, though. I used to sign phone book. I was living with my roommate, William, and I used to sign the phone book. This is how old I am. Just for your listeners. I'm very fucking old. 48. And thanks, man. And I was signing the phone book. And I was just signing every page. And that's back then when people needed phone books. We didn't have our phones back then. You needed a fucking phone book. I remember he was looking for like something in the phone book. He was like, yo, stop fucking signing the phone book. What are you gonna be famous? Said that to me. And I was like, yeah, you'll see. You'll see, yeah. I'm practicing my signature now. I was joking. But actually, underneath it, no, man, I was actually resented him for that. I remember I used to, we don't talk anymore, by the way, William. He was my best friend all the way through, but that's when you realize, when you get to that fork in the road, you're just like, you're so fucking driven that shit isn't gonna help you. You know what I mean? That kind of fucking, what are you gonna be famous? That's not gonna help me. That little whatever you're saying right there does not help me. That brings me down. So I don't need that. Let me go. And that's what I did. I let him go. It was a sad day. My sister, still talks to him, but I don't want to go back to that. Like I'm so fucking focused. I just want the right pieces around me. I don't have time for that bullshit, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go through that.
No, I want your song.
Yeah. Thanks.
I'll be
Yeah.
It's weird that you were doing that subconsciously.
Yeah.
Which you were doing. I didn't have the ball.
Yeah.
I would have got discipline was too much.
Yeah.
I went more I'm not paying attention, so I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But Did you ever watch the 30 for 30 with Jim Galvano?
Oh, yeah,
The
man.
first practice he made cut the nets.
Yeah.
The practice being champion.
So amazing.
That right there, you look at that and go, how come I never thought of that?
Yeah, man.
They cut the nets to see how it feels to cut the nets down.
Mm-hmm.
They got a taste for that. That went into their subconscious, and it just
Yo, it manifests.
and it works. It works.
And you know what's crazy, Joey, is how he did that in the 80s. Like right now, a lot of people are kind of in touch with that now about manifestation and really believing in it and telling yourself. But imagine back then when that wasn't out. There was only a few people that really thought like that. You know what I mean? And they did it. And he was one of them, man. I don't even think he told people he had kids. Did he? You know what I mean? I don't even know if he actually knew or what, but I think he kept that to himself. Right? And it's just like, fucking amazing. It's just so amazing that it's cool to see people manifest their future and really take in a hold of whatever it is that they're passionate about.
What's that dancer that went bankrupt and whatever? Doesn't matter. MC Hammer. Used to sell albums.
Yep. Yeah.
Said he would back his car up and sell albums.
Bro, I was watching a documentary on Hammer. Oh, yeah, you are good, Joey. Goddamn, yeah, because I was watching the documentary and he had a deal with Capitol Records and he turned it down. I'm going to make up a number. Let's just say it was $1 million deal, okay, which is a lot of money for a rapper back then, right? And he turned it down because he said, I can sell more of them out of the back of my trunk outside of a nightclub. He would literally take his single that he produced himself, go to a nightclub, beg the DJ to play it, or tip him a little bit of money, make him play it in rotation, and once that song came on, he went to the floor and just started dancing because he knew everyone was going to watch him dance. And then literally he would just wait outside, and as the nightclub would close, he would just stand at the back of his car, and people would walk up to him, yo, you're the guy that was dancing. He's like, yo, that was my song. Boom, and he'd sell it out the back of his car. That's the shit.
You know, all that shit always affects me. Yeah. Jamie Foxx. Called his name. Jamie Foxx was sounding like a girl. He knew he could stay time.
What?
Cheating.
See, what
Because cheating.
thought process
So when
is
you
that? That's
hear
amazing.
when you hear that
Yeah.
shit, you go, oh, that's how I gotta run this game. I gotta be that slick.
Yeah.
To run this game.
Yeah.
He was going to the comedy store and he knew he put his real name down. He was a guy.
Yeah.
When he put Jamie Foxx, they thought he was a girl.
You gotta be kidding me. That's genius.
And his grandmother, you know the song like this studio?
Uh-uh.
His grandmother used to have like when he was a kid.
Yeah.
Someday we're gonna need this fucking piano.
Dude.
That's the shit that you sit there and go, that's why you have to pay attention. This is why.
Yeah, man.
All that stuff. When you watch Rocky, he didn't manifest himself. He went back. Fuck Rocky up. Because I was watching it the other night. It's such a good movie.
Yeah.
But think what changed it. The button that changed him is when he went to the arena. And he told the guy that his shorts were colored. The color was rolling on the shorts. And the guy took off the cigar. It doesn't really matter. I think you're going to see the fight. And just look at him. It just clicked.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh shit. And he was happy about it. He let it affect him. He went back, woke up Adrian. Yeah. He told him he was scared. And that was it. He went in there to fight for his death.
Yeah.
He said, I'm fighting for my death. All those type of stories are everyday stories that you have to pay attention to as a young man to see how to get across that.
Yeah.
These are the little things he had to do. I feel like 2 years ago, I thought Sylvester Stallone was just a lucky guy. And then I started watching the Rambo. Yeah. I started remembering the Rocky and the Expendables. He's up to Rocky 8. Yeah. I just watched Creed 2.
Yeah. That's right. I didn't even think about that. Creed 2 is part of the Rocky franchise. Holy shit.
I think it's 8. Don't get mad at me. But think about it. what you have to do to create the beat. Yeah. Years later, you get the John Wick series, you got the other guy that's got a great series, but nobody's really done with Rocky. 4 or 5 grand more. And he's doing Rocky now. Yeah. 7. Yeah, the Expendables.
Holy shit, the Expendables are up to almost 4, I think.
3 or 4, yeah.
Dude, that's amazing.
Here's a guy that gave away his dog because he couldn't feed him. Here's a guy that took a script and said, no, you're not going to let Ryan O'Neal play Rocky. No.
That's fucking crazy. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, he fought him to the end, like 100 grand. When they shot that scene with the...
But he was the director of Rocky, right?
No.
Oh, this whole time I thought he directed Rocky.
He wrote it, I think. Right? He wrote it. See, he directed Rocky.
So then he directed Rocky 2 then, right? This whole time I thought he was...
I don't think he had juice for like 4.
Oh, really? Oh, man, I've been I can the story this whole time.
Is it John G. Avildsen?
Oh, I've been telling the wrong story, man. I always thought, like, Stallone was one of those wrote it, directed. You know what I mean? I thought Rocky was his baby.
Well, there's got a little bit of whatever. People have raised their age. I just heard a very interesting story. I heard a story that, and my buddies were killing me for saying it because they listen to the podcast, that Sylvester Stallone had a script. Now, Sylvester Stallone went to Bayonne to train with Chuck Wepner. And Chuck Wepner had a notebook with all his notes in it. And when he went to train, Chuck Wepner's trainer told him no because he had done porn. So Sylvester Stallone took Chuck Wepner's notebook and he wrote Rocky.
Really?
Yeah. He's scandalous. There was no Eddie Bravo students who wrote it.
What?
Yeah, Sylvester Stallone took him to a meeting. Sylvester said yes. He never heard from the guy again. One day he's sitting in his room when a commercial comes on showing the Expendables. You sued him. If he was one of the Expendables, they said written by Sylvester Stallone, they put that guy's name. Then he went on to write Godzilla and some other stuff. But the original story is he got that presented to Sylvester Stallone.
This is crazy.
Yeah, because it really doesn't matter at the end of the day.
Didn't he have something like that with Rocky too? With Rocky?
Something. That's what I'm saying. Chuck Wepner.
Oh, that's a Chuck. Oh, no shit.
Listen, whatever happened, you didn't protect yourself. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
You should have known better when you won. You should have been prepared who you're dealing with in the city. But still, he kept it alive. It's like when they always say, Led Zeppelin took a lot of music. Well, you know what, man? I know they didn't take. It's like when they got accused of taking Stay With That. It probably did. It probably did take that song. But he's going to overturn that in today's world. When you hear the first 3 chords of Stay With That, everybody in their school lost a friend and put that out. You got to reverse it now. Yeah. How many people got buried with Led Zeppelin fucking 4 or whatever? A song that happened. Yeah. They call it something that happened. How many people got buried with that Led Zeppelin? But these stories I tell you about Jamie Foxx, I got 1,000 other ones. Ricky Ricardo. Yeah. His parents sent him to Cuba to a private school because Batista was out of control in the United States. Out of Cuba. Out of control. Yeah. And they knew they were next. Batista was in shooters, so they wanted to protect Ricky Ricardo. So they sent Ricky Ricardo. What's his name? Real life?
Desi Arnaz.
Yeah. Private school in Miami.
This is before he was Desi Arnaz?
Before he was Desi Arnaz.
Was he famous in Cuba?
No. He was a kid that sang and played the guitar.
And they got him out of there.
They got him out of there. But guess who his schoolmate was in Miami?
Who?
Capone's.
Get out.
So Christmas time, everybody's going to their respective houses for Christmas. And there's this little Cuban kid going, I got nowhere to go. Capone's father said, his son said, you're coming with me. Took him to Chicago. It's 1940. They never saw what fucking Cuban was before. And this guy walks in with pointy shoes saying, hello. And Capone fell in love with him. And one day he called Capone and said, I want to play this club in New York. Capone made the call. And that's the story.
Are you fucking kidding me? That's a real story?
Real story.
And then somewhere he met Lucille Ball.
Yeah.
Which is even more crazy.
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 The opportunities never end.
Never end.
Now, all those type of stories now, before I went to prison, you guys would have laughed.
Yeah.
Before I locked up, I probably went to 3 Anthony Robbins seminars.
Before.
Yeah, they just put me in jail. That's it. They just made my fucking crime game stronger.
Yeah.
Anthony Robbins motivated me to steal more. But wait a second.
Yeah. Oh, man,
In those
that's good.
days, it was like your eyeball saw it, and then it registered in your mind and set off a certain trigger. I don't know what trigger he set off, and I couldn't stop smoking coke. Anthony Robbins pushed me over the side. I walked down one of those coals, I couldn't stop smoking coke.
Yeah. You motivated me to snort more coke.
You wanted me to kidnap a motherfucker. I manifested it. I became a kidnapper.
It's his
Anthony Robbins, so I don't talk with Anthony Robbins no more. I would talk to him if you paid me.
Yeah.
It's sexual abuse.
I was gonna say he might be going to jail.
Yeah, he's going to jail too.
Is he?
So I'm bad for
He
him.
got like 4 or 5 people accusing him right now.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, no, these guys are fucking disgusting.
I was just watching this thing on Instagram. It's one of those late night wormholes that you get in where you just start going through the feed. And it was this guy that bought his private jet from the guy that has the studio. The one that does all what's this bad pod right now? The one that does what the fuck is his name? He does the man, what is the name? The black actor. He does the gray wig and Medea. What's the name of that?
Tyler Perry.
Tyler, fuck me. I'm sorry. Can we cut all that, please? No, he's not. He just sold his plane. The thing is, he just sold his plane. But the guy that bought the plane is one of those evangelists who ask for money. Get money from everybody. And this news reporter went up to him and was like, hey, we heard you bought Tyler Perry's private jet. How does that feed the poor? You know what I mean? Like, how does all your money that you said that you need to help feed the poor, how does that justify this private jet you just bought from Tyler Perry? And it's just like, these guys are just such fucking creeps. You know what I mean? It's like, when you hear stories like Anthony Robbins,
4 or 5 planes, it's like this.
Yeah, you hear something like, because you see Anthony Robbins and he's motivating people, blah, 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 and then you hear this shit, and you're just like, everything he talked about just went to shit. Yeah, and it's just like this evangelist. It's just like, here you are, you're manipulating people that are in need, and, they're desperate, and they're on their last, whatever it is, and they give you their dollar or whatever it is that you ask for. Then you go buy a fucking jet from Tyler Perry. It's like, fuck you, man. I am when the holiday comes. You know what I mean? My son, yes, he goes to a Catholic school, but I think it's because my mom's Filipino, and it was in me, and it's like, and it's just,
you don't put my son a Catholic in my life. But if you think I'm going to get up on a Sunday and go serve those hypocrites, no, I'm not going to go sit. I'm the first 3 rows. All those guys are cheating.
Yeah.
Fucking some little 12-year-old, something that ain't fucking right. And, I feel like the people who sit closer to the priest, the biggest fucking
The closer you are.
people who sit the first 5 pews are fucking scumbags. They look like the craziest few lies and they wear the suit and they lie. I go to church now.
Joey, I'm sorry to interrupt you. That's fucking genius thought. You're so right. The closer, fuck, man. I've been saying this forever, man. It's the people that put themselves closer to goodness are the ones that are hiding shit. I call those fuckers magicians. They're like modern day magicians. It's like, I'm so evil, but here's a smoke cloud. You know what I mean? And divert the attention to someone else that's doing some wrong shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not bad. Look, this guy's bad. Those people that sit on the soapbox and preach about how bad people are. They're the fucking worst. Yeah, man.
And they do the whole thing, and they invite the father over for dinner.
Yeah.
And why I'm saying this is because the lady sent him so hard. This guy came in once with a insurance guy, and he started talking. When he came in, he was 40. I was 25. He was with a chick that was my age. and then we're going to convert it to Christ. Christ.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I became friends with the guy who called him up and one day. He goes, I know your father. Sacred Heart Church. And I went to church that Sunday. It was in the first fucking pew. Right there. And everybody's laying next to this fat, overgrown fucking wife with 400 pounds. And they're just shaking and hugging people like this motherfucker. It's just being so funny. And I told my father, I threw him under the bus. My father was that guy's been a piece of shit for 30 years. He never told me nothing because I can't stand these things. My first fucking life.
That's so true.
And I said, that's where I put that. But Filipinos, Cubans, a country is a mixture of everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody's got waves in the country. Like their seed.
Yeah.
The Africans, the Chinese,
That's so
the
true.
Irish. There's so many different.
You go to Asia, you will find a Gonzalez, and that's the truth. That's the truth. You'll find a Santos.
What you call me Gonzalez?
Yeah, but I have a Gonzalez in my family. I have a De La Fuente and a Santos.
I know what he is. But still with an E.
Yeah.
So it's 11 years ago. She posted on Facebook and stuff in the show.
Isn't that crazy?
It's a fucking crazy place. But the Catholicism, like Edwin San Juan's uncle.
Yeah.
There's another uncle. I went to church every day. The people that are nurses, godparents, they're churchy. Yeah. They don't miss church. They drink before the morning. Dominoes, lumpia, and the whole fucking thing. Oh yeah, everybody's ready. Mahjong, the carne, the fucking really good beef. Yeah, asada. Yeah, beef tapa. Yeah. I don't fuck with the pigeons. Yeah, that scares me a little bit. I don't think we eat pigeons, Joey. Yes, they do. Filipinos eat pigeons. You always got pigeons outside the house. Fucking with sticks. We want our pigeons back. You got a magician protest? You got a Filipinos that see magicians out there. Hilarious. You want our lumpia back. You can't eat our utensils. Remember last year when they made that movie Clown? Yeah. About 2 weeks later, this is not a joke. It was in the paper. They had a parade thing where a bunch of clowns went down to protest that movie because they were losing work for the summer. Remember it came out like
Stop
April?
it. You're talking about it?
Yes. When that movie came out, people were canceling clowns left and right.
Yeah.
So the clown said, that's it, enough. So they went down
The clown was Dangerfield? The clown was Dangerfield?
2,000 clowns went downtown with suits on, saying, take the movie out. We'll lose the summer work and shit, because the movie came out and fucked up all the people were canceling clowns.
That's funny.
Like, fucking get a lead. Yeah. Get a lead. Get a Power Ranger. And he'll get a fucking Aladdin, get a Power Ranger.
Oh my god.
Oh my, it's some of the shit people do.
Is your daughter into like for the birthdays hiring like a Power Ranger or a Spider-Man? Because my son was never into that. Never. Man, I went to a birthday party with my son and they had a Spider-Man with like regular Nikes on. And my son was just, that's when I knew my son was cool. He was like, does Spider-Man have Nikes on? But all the other kids were just buying into it. Oh, fucking Spider-Man! My son was like, does Spider-Man have Nikes on?
There's always one motherfucking kid that's like, I don't know about this Santa.
Yeah.
My daughter's not big on Santa.
My son either.
She's like, hi, how you doing? You want to sit on my lap? Fuck you. I'm not in the fucking mood for Santa.
Santa, I saw you first row at the church the other day. I know what kind of Santa you are.
It's crazy.
I love that analogy that you said that because now that I think about it, no, I'm talking about the seating in the church because literally I'm the one that sits in the back.
I sit right in the back because I'm a sitter.
Yeah, I'm a sitter.
It's never going to change. I sit in the last few. I got to take those twice a year. I get up on Sunday early at 7:30 mass and do a couple of mornings.
Yep.
And I go to sit back and look at the grass.
Yeah.
Well, snacks. I like all that shit. I was raised with that shit. So all the politics of the church and talking and all that, I don't want to be involved. Yeah, I don't want to be involved. No. I still remember I made my confirmation. I was 30 years old. Oh. When I got divorced, I was like, I got the devil in me. So here I am sitting with 12-year-olds in a confirmation class every Thursday afternoon and shit. 27 years
Can you
old.
shoot all of your stories?
High as a kite.
Did you shoot your
High as a
stories?
kite with 12-year-olds learning about fucking Jesus.
This is fucking great.
No, I believe in it 150%. I believe it was a God.
Yeah.
I don't know if Jesus came down here and fought the Jews hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah.
I think it's a little stretched out.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
You know what I was always thinking, Joey, is before the internet, before all this shit, right? Like I feel like Jesus, this is me just tripping one day. I feel like Jesus was like, imagine if David Blaine was back then. Imagine David Blaine back then when Jesus was around. Maybe that's who that was. Because right now you see David Blaine, you're like, all right, cool. The internet, you know, we know that that's tricks. We can go to like, how did he do that.com and it'll show us. But imagine back then when there was no internet.
Do they have a how they do that?
No, I'm just saying, like they got that one magic show where they were like giving off the how they did it. Yeah, they were fucking them. Yeah, you remember that?
Oh yeah.
The unmasked magician who's giving off all their secrets and shit. But like, imagine before all that when you were David Blaine and you were showing people all this trickery. Like, wouldn't you be like a prophet? You know what I mean? I mean, how old is magic? It's probably older than Earth. You know what I mean? Like, if you really think about it, it's in the Bible, sorcery, wizards, and blah, blah, blah. Maybe that was what David Blaine was. Maybe he was just a really good, he was a good guy doing some Jesus Christ stuff. Do I sound stupid right now?
No, you have to look at it all different.
You gotta look at it that way, because if you look at it like us today, and David Blaine would not be a prophet, but imagine him doing that shit back then. Minds would be fucking blown.
You wouldn't even have to be that good.
No.
You know how they say walk on water? Have you seen David Blaine stand on a fucking telephone pole 300 feet for 4 days without sleep? Like, imagine doing that back then. Not knowing any. I don't know. I'm just.
That's the truth. I can't even. It's funny. I started doing comedy in Wyoming. I started in Denver. So.
Wow, you were Eastern Washington.
No, I started in Denver. So. When I first got on stage with the comedy.
Wow.
Then I started getting a few gigs like in '93. And I would go to like Wyoming, Nebraska. That was my turf.
Yeah.
Go to Mexico, Arizona, like one nighters. Well, I remember being in some quite a while.
Yeah.
And Triple had a magician. And they were like, they were tripping. They were tripping.
Yeah.
People were tripping.
Like on the verge of worship.
The guy was creepy.
Yeah.
That kid was drunk. Something wasn't right with this kid. He had to leave in a hurry.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that. I was like, man, those people in Wyoming, they really could rap. They laugh, they clap. They were like, it's like throwing a hypnotist to them. And then one time in a comedy club, and you've been in a comedy club, you're about to go up.
Yeah.
There's like 2 or 3 away from you. You're just focusing on your joke. And you listen.
Yeah.
You hear Jerry Rothschild. The audience can say, take them off. It's new shoes. You got the paper in that. That's Satan. If I asked them, is that a true story? I would die.
Yeah.
Because I've actually seen it.
Yeah.
Small communities. They know what the fuck.
Yeah.
I asked him, he goes, Joey, you should have been that. The guy not only complained on the whole show, he called the cops.
I think
Really?
Here's a Satan lover. He's doing magic tricks. Why do people believe in Satan do that? The guy called the cops. Magician.
That's so funny. 911.
What
I think Satan's on the stage right now.
What kind of magicians do you know?
Now, I opened for, my sister used to open for a magician. That was the funniest shit ever.
For a band.
She was a solo. That he hired her just to like MC and introduce the next bit. So when he would go backstage and change into his next magic outfit, she would sing and then go, "Are you guys ready for more amazing Danny?" or whatever the fuck his name was. It was the old Hooters. You know where Hooters is in Vegas now?
Yes.
That used to be called the San Remo Hotel. And they had just a cheesy magic show. Right? I hope he's probably a fan of yours, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna hear this shit. But he had he opened for him. It was, man, we would go and laugh, man. My sister's like, "Please, you gotta come watch this. People are fucking amazed by some of this shit, and it's fucking awful magic." And it was awful magic. There was one bit where she had to like shove a chow. You know, the chow that has the black tongue, looks like a big lion, like a dog lion, right? He would make a chow appear, and she was the one that was shoving it through the curtain, and then the crowd would go, and I'm just sitting there watching this shit like, "Are you fucking kidding me right now?" But that was literally a Vegas show. I think it was like an afternoon show, like 5 o'clock. She was doing the show. No, they couldn't get sick of noise.
So now, God damn it, I can't wait to see his rendition. Although what I did is my way.
I love seeing people like I went to a Christmas party once and Steve Simone and Joy were there, and they ran out of the room.
Oh, you're done. No, I don't want to see the picture.
They freak you out.
I'm a captain.
He was doing card tricks and they were
I don't like Coke disappear. I don't
Yeah.
like my Coke disappear.
Yeah, don't do that. There's only one way to do that.
I mean, something magicians, clowns, it's just,
Yeah.
ventriloquistic creepy sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the truth was freaky.
They're great.
Yeah.
I have a couple friends who became ventriloquists in comedy, like,
Yeah.
they fucking sell shit out.
Yeah.
They sell shit out on a Saturday night in the fucking, like off Route 52 in Boston.
Oh, yeah.
I was leaving that town because I used to be a comedy club.
Uh-huh.
But Saturday Night Late, he had that Santos guy. And that guy, he was R-rated.
He's a hypnotist, already a hypnotist.
He sells him out, Jack.
Really?
And he's a nice guy. I met him a couple times. He's always been very nice. I would open for him because as a feature act, you would feature for the headliner. He had 3 rooms.
Yeah.
Club 56, 52.
I don't know where this is.
This is in Boston 15 years ago.
Wow.
This guy's dead and buried.
What's his name?
Ron, Selma, Ron, Galuka, Ron, something like that.
Yeah.
The comic here said they're never going to get into Knicks or the other place. The big Boomerang
Common Connection.
Comedy Connection.
Yeah.
This guy loves LA comedy. So he brought me out with Stanhope.
Nice.
He gave me out with Stanhope. He did like 70 shows in 2 days to feature. Jeez. He was 100 a show.
Yeah, man.
And he would do like a $200 bonus and 3 lobster. Yeah, lobster, clam chowder, whatever you want.
He was selling out like that.
He had, it's what Jay Leno.
Yeah.
What's the name of that town?
Newton,
Low. So he had like this building next to it. Was 4 weeks. A lot of Spanish people.
Yeah.
Next to it. So he worked off that. It was a bad neighborhood. He was where Jay Leno was 4 blocks away. But when he crossed the fucking road, he took me over there and showed me his house. So it was Jay Leno's hometown.
He worked where he lived.
Yeah,
And he was pulling numbers like that.
He had Club 52 or 56. This is what he did.
Oh, wait, he owned it.
He owned it. So what he was doing was,
What's the name? He's from Andover.
Andover.
Oh, okay.
Club 56 was Andover match. So they had a rule: if you worked for him, you couldn't work for Bill. Bill laid down the law. But when you were a feature, Bill wasn't going to work unless a headliner booked for the Comedy Connection anyway.
Yeah.
In those days, they weren't really hiring features. Why would they bring a feature in? They got Boston's.
Yeah.
That's 39,000 features.
Exactly.
But this guy brought features because of that reason.
Yeah.
So he would do 7 o'clock in the one room was Tina and Tony's wedding. And he went all out.
Wow.
And the big room was that comedy would be, Stan Hall, Rogan, Gabriel, you. Then you would do 2 shows. So Friday you would do Worcester at the Aku, a Chinese restaurant, always good. They would drink those fucking scorpions all over.
Wait a minute, I know what you're talking about.
We all did it at one time.
Are you talking about I know exactly what you're talking about. And then you look on the tables and they had the lava flows. Like,
lava flows. And people would always puke there. So 2 shows, there was always a fist fight.
are you serious? That was it.
Always, that was Friday night. On Saturday, you headline. Most comics got hit. Most names got hit. They're like, we're not.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So he would headline. He would have Worcester Friday, his club Friday and Saturday. So the whole week, the guy was doing close to 10 shows. Jesus. So one main headliner, Tin and Tony's wedding, a second main room show, and a local show. And then midnight was Frank Center, or 11 o'clock was Frank Center.
Yeah. They have a few of those in Massachusetts. The Chinese with the upstairs of comedy, which is great.
That's
crazy.
San Francisco does the thing for Jewish people. They hire them for Christmas.
Oh,
When you leave it up, a Jewish comic, that's funny. It's a comedy show for Jews in a Chinese restaurant.
Oh, I love it.
I do that. When you first moved to Vegas, what year was it?
1989. You know what's crazy? That's so funny that I'm talking to you right now because Steve Sharippa used to book the Rib, bro, the comedy club, I think it was called, right? And that was like Sandy Shore's room.
Right.
He'd always go up there, and I would watch Schimmel, I would watch Slayton, I would watch everybody. And mind you, I just came from, I'm still like 18, you know what I mean? So I wanted to be a comic. So I kept calling. He was the only booker that would answer the phone. Like I would call every comedy club. There was a Catch Rising Star at the MGM. But I think it was it's Bally's now, but it used to be called the MGM. And then there was just other comedy clubs everywhere. Like Harris, I think, had the Improv. I can't remember. But I would call. I would just always call, And then, but he was the only one that would answer the phone because every area comedy club. And literally, like every other week, I would change my name. Hey, I'm a local comic. I'd like to do warm up like 5 minutes. If I could like MC, I'd love to do it. Blah blah blah. He's like, we already got somebody, kid. All right, thank you. All right, hang up. Man, finally, after like maybe the 6th month after I've changed my name like 1,000 times, he was like, hey, look, kid, all right? You're not going to get in here calling me every week. You need to go to LA, you need to work on your craft, and then you're going to get an agent, and then they're going to book you here, all right? That's all I'm going to tell you. I'll tell you. He's really nice. I was like, all right, thank you. He's like, all right, I'll see you in the future. And he hung up. And that was the last time I talked to Steve Sharippa. But thank God he did that because I literally was gonna keep calling him until he booked me. And then finally he was just like, "That's not how you do it, kid."
Only in your circle in Vegas.
Nobody did. I mean, of course. No, but see, this is before that. Tripoli was like, there was a coffee house called Fuzzy's Cafe. And it was a coffee house right by UNLV. And it was like, I can't remember all the guys. It was Rich, Sam, and a couple other people that were local comics that had to see there. Stanhope was already like our guy. You know what I mean?
No shit.
Well, yeah, he was kind of like, he already had like, he didn't have TV cred, but he was already kind of like doing this shit. He was already like a name. Like if Stanhope was going to go up that night, we were all kind of like, no, Stanhope's coming. You know what I mean? You know how it is. We're all starting. And, but I didn't get to meet them until later on. I was kind of like doing like these. I did this thing called Starmania, which was a competition that my sister was in. Like she was singing, and so I started doing this. I did the stand up there. It was we could go to like these local bars and do these talent shows, and they had like a comedy night. They had the comedy portion. I did that. I did the biggest fool competition at the Tropicana. Do you remember the Tropicana had a comedy club there? It was I forget the name of it. It's gone now. It's the Laugh Factory now.
That's it.
Oh my God, it does it. Oh my God, are you kidding me?
I got booked one night to work with a towel. Wow, somebody else was great.
What year was that?
98.
Yeah, it had to
I had to
be.
get a casino. I had to go down to Santa Monica Boulevard, just a secondhand store. I think Gardner.
Yeah.
The corner, and I went there. It was a perfect casino.
Yeah.
I got in there, and Patel and the other guy canceled Artie Lang.
Artie Lang.
Was 10 hours.
Yeah.
And Michael Jim had a minivan burrito. That's all we work on now.
That's crazy, man.
We met some man. He was fucking gracious. It was a great weekend.
That's amazing.
I remember all those were going out there and nobody would buy them. I still remember the open mic at the plaza.
Yes, the plaza, bro.
Scared.
You should be. People don't really know now either. They don't really know that old downtown.
It was scary.
Yeah, man. I did a couple shows down there. But see, this is before the big dome over old Las Vegas. You know, now they have this big. Yeah, you can zip line now. It wasn't like that back then, man. It was, you know, it was a pretty scary area. North Las Vegas, with the plaza and the Fitzgerald.
I remember doing a gig, but I did the thing for Netflix. And we went outside. Where did we stay for Netflix? Golden Nugget. I remember staying at the Golden Nugget. That's where we shot. We shot close to that.
When did you do that?
I'll never forget. It had to be 97. The Canyon Bar.
Yeah.
And it was the Hard Rock in downtown. And the guy called me Lance.
Yeah.
Great guy. He was saying, man, I don't know if it's going to work. I'm going to give you a plane ticket, a couple hundred. Bring another friend. Get your hotel room at the Golden Nugget and try comedy. It was.
Really?
Bottles.
Wait, this was in the Golden Nugget?
This was at that club.
Okay.
Whatever the Canyon Club is, they had a version
Out there.
downtown. And he was trying to promote it. He had the plasmatics. It was 11 o'clock, which brought people in.
Yeah.
We needed something at 9, so he wanted to do comedy.
Oh my God.
So for like 6 weeks, we tried to book it. He would fly me in every Wednesday. I would do that with 2 other nights. You know, I could get the triple even because it was hard.
Wow.
It was hard. We paid you like a flat 300. 13 Vegas.
People don't know about that old Vegas.
I still remember waiting for a ride from the next one. I'm gonna have to do something with my life.
Yeah.
I finally get on the road. I'm finally in Las Vegas. I'm performing for 3 fucking oh, and then I got into Vegas and I got into that club with the swords.
Excalibur?
Actually, I guess it's called
MGM.
no, before it was the MGM. Or after they left the MGM.
Yeah.
They went to the hotel that they gave you swords. Steve.
Is it Excalibur?
This is it.
And every Monday to Sunday, Joe Boy, if I didn't get stabbed, I was still at one time. I didn't get stabbed 200 times. That's what they gave me the keys for the boy cafeteria. Unbelievable. I'll never forget picking up a piece of turkey. At the end, have like a mark or somebody tasted it. You don't know. Like, people really don't know
I know that food cafeteria, by the way.
the disappointments.
Yeah.
When you're doing comedy, you don't tell nobody.
No.
Because you don't want your family and friends to say, you gotta quit. You can't live like that no more. Even rotten turkey. This is shit that you can't tell people.
No, they don't know the grind.
Rogan brought me into that.
You guys played the big room with the upstairs. Yeah. Because there's 2 rooms. Right? Yeah, so you get Rogan took you to the nice room, right? That's where the headline is.
But I don't even know if we can qualify as a nice room. I know I went
But
off.
back then it was.
I went off.
Yeah.
And he went up and somebody made a comment about Phil. Phil fucking
Yeah. Yeah.
So like the set was kind of weird.
Yeah.
It wasn't that good. But I never forget Sherpa gave me the keys. That weekend was brutal. It was Friday and Saturday at midnight.
Yeah.
Midnight shows. It's great.
Yeah.
I gotta wait till midnight. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, man.
Wait till fucking midnight.
Yeah.
I've never done that before.
Yeah.
I've been doing comedy 8 years, 9 years. I've never done a midnight show. And to wait till midnight, I'm like, who does this?
Isn't that crazy?
But who are you going to call? Who's going to say to you, wow, you should quit. You should look for a different job. Like, I was heartbroken. I went to the real. I still remember going down there and they too had the stuffing was rotten.
Yeah.
Everybody eating the stuffing, throwing it away and going, I can't win. I couldn't the mom money from Joe. I wasn't that good of friends with him. Like I felt guilty.
Yeah.
Like it was just
How crazy is it that, and you know what's crazy is no one knows this reference that you're saying. Like these kids now don't know that there was a Riviera. It's gone. And they don't know that the number one show at that time was Splash. That was the running show that was at the Riviera. And then they had another one. It was like before Cirque du Soleil, it was a variety show. They had guys riding in a metal ball, motorcycles, they had go-go dancers, they had jugglers. It was just like this smorgasbord of entertainment, but they called it Splash. It was the number one Vegas show at the time.
They had like a conference review.
Yeah, it was called Crazy Girl. Yep. The Riviera was the room at that time.
The week we did it, the week I did it with Rogan, we did Friday night and Saturday before the show. We went down to the bar. There's another comic who was in Vegas. Norm, nothing more McDonald. Norm, the first guy who was that invented midgets.
Oh man,
Or something. Norm, something. He was in Montana. He was there. So we went down to meet him. And there was a girl that was fucking 12. And her body, she was beautiful. She was another girl. And she clung on the rope. Security folks said, Joe Rogan, pick up security.
Featuring Algeria's Iman Khalif, who has been at the center of the topic of participation in women's boxing, taking on Yang Lu of China, continuing her dominance, winning another unanimous decision, and winning the gold medal. Khalif is well supported in the crowd by the Algerians who were there and supporting Algeria. Thank them for their support as she takes gold in the women's welterweight division. To go, third round at Golf Nacional. Nelly Porter won the gold 3 years ago in Tokyo. She's the number one player in the
She's
world.
like, I can't. I will show it to me. I've never seen a transgender little pussy before. Just show it off with Joe. Give me a shot. And Joe Rogan, we were looking right there. She had no panties on. She pulled back her skirt and she gave us a shot with a little bat. And it looked like somebody took a drill bit. The hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. They held it up. They took it out. They took the dick off. They just cleaned it out. And they like sewed a clit onto it.
Wait, really?
They just a piece of artificial turf. It's a wig. It was like a wig. They have them there. The pussies. Little bags of wigs. Have you seen those?
No.
You shave your monkey. Little bags of wigs. It has like little.
Where do you find this? I have no idea. I just saw it on Facebook. Wait, Joey, this was what year?
This is 98.
This is like before all the good surgery we have now.
Yeah.
So she was like a trendsetter.
She was fucking badass.
Yeah.
She was suing
The Crazy Girl.
And the NBC had given a developmental deal. That's when reality was going to start being big, and they were going to show her life and shit. Like she could have been who the fuck was wrestling last time?
Yeah.
Once she gave me a shot,
So you don't even know she's telling the truth.
no, but
She could have been just showing you a really bad vagina.
no, she was good.
Oh, it was real.
She'll rip my sword out of security.
Really?
Rogan, where do you take it for the ring? Okay.
That European title last month. And
The
breaking
damage
was the
was
first ever day for this
don't
sport
take
in
it
the
for the ring
Olympics.
by mistake. She's a man that became a woman.
This
Beautiful.
was the last
Yeah,
battle
3
won
drinks and a
by
half round of coke in me.
Bobby from
She would have
Japan.
looked down. I would have taught that little bad mate pussy apart. You know what I'm saying? With a couple coke rocks and a Quaalude. We should be born on the Quaalude.
Yeah.
Man, that pussy was good.
Yeah.
That ice cubes in the mouth. Whatever the fuck it was.
During the battle,
It was fucking great. And it looked like somebody had opened their mouth. You know in the commercial, in the cartoon, when somebody goes, ah, and they see the belt.
Yeah.
She had all of those belts hanging. Like, just like a little fucking belt. And you go up like a gun.
This is a true story.
That was the
How
last
long
time
did you see for?
How long did you keep your legs up?
A minute. Just show me the back. She's like, I can't. What kind of person is that? You fucking education.
Yeah.
I've never seen this. Show me Uncle Joe. She just took it here and go, wow. And then I wrote a bit about it. And I was like, you know, she showed me a little bat with wings. It was fucking disturbing. It was fucking disturbing, but hilarious. But enough with that shit. Today,
That's a great story, man. You're bringing me back too. Like, because Vegas was that's where it all started for me. And to hear like the Riviera and you and him shooting the shit at the bar like that, it's just like that's old Vegas. You know,
That old Vegas
I think the minute
for you, whether it's
it changed it literally changed when I left. I felt like that was the tail end of it. Like I left in, oh my God, 2000. So, you know, once Steve Wynn came in 1990, I think it was, 1990, he kind of turned Vegas into like a family town. And then they realized that, okay, this isn't making any money anymore. And then they went back to sex, drugs, and rock and roll Vegas. And I think that was right around 2000. So seeing all those monuments go, you know, Steve had a lot to do with that. I mean, I love Steve Wynn. I'm saying his name like he's my friend, but I love what he did for Vegas because I lived there. My mom and dad, lived a good life there because of that. But it sucked because those hotels are gone and that lifestyle is gone. That Vegas is gone. That style of Vegas is gone.
What did you do for a living while you were?
I did everything, man. I worked, the balls that were there. I did the dolphin habitat at the Mirage. I was a tour guide. Oh my God, I did everything. I was at the Excalibur. That's why when you said you worked, when you went downstairs into that the break room, the cafeteria, I used to eat in that cafeteria. I know exactly what you're talking about. I worked at. Oh, it was awful, man. But I mean, I always knew that I was going to do stand up somehow in that city, and even if they weren't going to book me, that's why I started, renting out theaters and selling my own tickets and stuff like that. So. I rented out a theater on Charleston and Maryland Parkway. It was called the Huntridge Theater. It was an old movie theater, and I would hire comics to come down and do a comedy night there. But I knew somehow I was going to do stand-up in that town. That's why when I finally got the Wynn Hotel that just passed like 2 weeks ago, I was kind of like, when I was on stage, I was like, you guys don't even understand where it all started for me. I was on Charleston and Maryland Parkway, and now here I am with the Wynn. So dreams come true. It just takes a little bit longer,
You've been in LA since
2000.
What made you finally come out?
2001. I just, I had a lot of comic friends, tell me, you got to get to LA. You can only do this for so long. You can only book these shows. That's little money is what you're doing. It's not gonna enhance your career. You're just getting a little money here and there. But if you want your career to take off, you need to be to LA. Bobby was one of them. Bobby Lee was the first one to be like, out of here, man. What are you doing? You need to come to LA. In fact, Bobby was living in San Diego at the time. He goes, I'm moving to LA. Yeah. Bobby was living in, he was like a house regular at the La Jolla Comedy Store. That's where I met Bobby. And then Bobby was like, I flew Bobby out to Vegas, and I did this show at the UNLV, the Student Union. I rented out this hall and had this comedy night. I was going to push this whole Asian theme night, you know what I mean? I had Bobby Lee and myself and another cat named Mark Fernandez. And you remember Mark? San Diego. Yeah, from San Diego. The nicest guy. Yeah, man.
Where is he?
I don't know. I need to get back in touch with him, man.
Comedy store guy.
Yeah, always
really nice.
Always nice. Yep.
Very sweet.
Yeah, man.
Oh my God. Nice haircut. Good looking.
Yeah, good looking guy.
Great guy.
And then,
Sweetheart.
and then Bobby had the big afro at the time, and he always wore the Hawaiian shirt. This is before Mad TV. And I flew him out, and I remember at the end of that weekend, he looked at me and was like, you need to move to LA. Like, you can't stay here. Like, this is not going to do anything for you, man. I swear to God, he says it to this day, too. He goes, you're going to be shoveling tiger shit for the rest of your life. And I
shoveling tiger shit for
I think I was shoveling tiger shit at that time. And I was doing the tour. But I mean, basically the same thing. I'm working in some kind of animal habitat, And he was right. So, yeah, thank God. Oh, no, this is before the tiger shit. I was doing something else at that time. And Bobby was just like, you got to do it. You know what's crazy is I was on Bobby's
Tiger Belly.
I was on Tiger Belly. I'm sorry, I keep going all over the place, Joey. But I told Bobby, I was like, yo, man, I don't know if you know this, but you have indirectly motivated me so many times, and I don't think you understand it. Because Bobby doesn't take compliments ever. He's the fucking worst. The guy, something's wrong with him mentally. And I go, you need to hear this, bro, because you do motivate people, and your words do. What started around 11th, and this will help. You say really does affect people, and that I told him about that when he told me that I'll be shoveling tiger shit. Yeah, you were being funny, but it hit my heart, to see you get back on a plane and go to LA and chase your dreams, and here I am in Vegas just trying and be a comic. You know what I mean? That what you said to me really motivated me. And then there was this other time where we were pitching a show in LA, and we were sitting in the parking lot at I think it was at MTV. We were pitching a show at MTV, whatever it is. I don't know what the network was, but anyways, we're in the parking lot, and we're going over what we're gonna pitch back and forth, right? And then he said something to me, and I laughed. But I guess I wasn't really listening to what he was saying to me, and he got offended by that. You know what I mean? And then he goes, "You don't fucking get it." Because you don't fucking get it, do you? Fucking wake up, man. It's more than this, man. It's fucking more than this. And he got out of the car and he slammed the door. And I was like, wait a minute, I thought he was just joking for a second, but I didn't know what he was saying was really serious. And I remember that was the day I made this conscious decision to it's not about, and basically what he was saying is it's not about the road all the time and about the money. It's about fucking honing in on your craft and showing the people what you have. You know what I mean? I guess, and that's what he said to me in the car. He goes, "It's not about that. It's not about the fucking road all the time and making your money. It's about honing in on this craft and letting people know that you have this gift and show people that. That's what this is all about." The show that we were pitching. And he slammed the door on me. He walked off and he was really mad. And I think that was the day I woke up and I was just like, whoa, I get it now. And I literally did. That did wake me up. And it motivated me. And I changed my way of looking at the road and changed my way at trying to put my mark in Hollywood. And you know what I mean?
You're full of tremendous glory.
Dude, I am, man. I am. Every week, bro. I got to. And it's like I always challenge myself. It's like, okay, I'll ask the improv, how many did I do last week? 16. All right. How many did I do last week? 16. All right, I want to be 17 this year. And I'll do it. You know what I mean? Because it's like I'm always trying to up myself.
How many weeks do you average a year?
Oh, man. Improvs alone, I'm doing 2 weeks back to back. I'll do
a couple years ago at the top, man. You got 2 weeks back to back.
Yeah.
And if you go home, you just stay up there for 3 days. You probably go home and see his kid.
Yeah. I'll go home for 3 days and then come back.
Why were you doing that instead of doing a theater?
Money, man.
The Cobbs will pay you more?
Well, it pays more. It just does. It's not even Cobbs anymore. At that point, it's me. I take over the world and you just get more money that way. It's exhausting. You know what I mean? But that's also what I was getting at with Bobby. He's like, "What are you doing? You know what I mean? Take the theater gig and then concentrate on this. You know what I mean? Audition. Go, man." And that's why I was able to this special that my first special, the Live from Seattle with Netflix. I produced the whole thing, and it was because of Bobby yelling at me like that. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he's the one that told me to produce the Netflix special, but it was words like that was in the parking lot that I was like, yeah, he's fucking right, man. If it's not gonna happen, then I gotta make it happen, and that's what happened with that first special. They said no to me. Netflix said no to me. And I went and shot it myself and sold it to him. So I don't think it's a good special.
One from Seattle?
Thank you, man. They said no to me, Joey. They said no to me 3 times. And I shot it myself. And it was so crazy because when I was performing that night, in my head, I was saying to myself, fuck, man, the only person I want to sell this to is Netflix. And they already said no. And I had so much money invested in that special. And it's just... my life was in that special, man, and I only wanted it on Netflix. I didn't want it anywhere else, so I got it. I was able to sell it. You know what I mean? So it was. I told Bobby that when I was on when I went on Tiger Belly, I was like, "Yo, dude, you're the reason why, man. I just want you to hear that. Your words cut deep, and it motivated me. Sometimes people gotta hear that."
You did 2 shows for Comedy Central.
I did 2. I did Don't Make Him Angry, and I did Lights Out. And I still feel like Lights Out is like my best.
Really?
I fucking, man, that was my life right there.
Live from Seattle?
Live from Seattle. I was hungry, man. I love Live from Seattle. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like Lights Out was just this turning point in my career, and my son was just going to elementary school. It was his first in kindergarten, and it was just like the things I was talking about was just so raw and real, and I was just like, I love that special. I really do. It kind of hurt me that they shelved it. They never really aired it on Comedy Central because I really loved it. But Live from Seattle, like, man. Yeah.
I think it was a family.
It was so crazy because it was so crazy because I already had an hour ready after Lights Out, but they never came back with an offer, so I had to retire all that shit. You know what I mean? Because my son was too old by that time. If I would have done that on Live from Seattle, it wouldn't have made any sense because it was like my son. That was 5 years ago. I think it was 5 years in between Lights Out and Live from Seattle. So it's like I went through like 3 routines by then. And then when Netflix turned me down, I was like, okay, I can't keep passing up on these hours. You know what I mean? I was like, I gotta get this one. This one I need to fucking make it special. So if they don't buy it, I'll put it on YouTube or some shit. But I need this special now. So yeah, you see 5 years worth of work right there in Live from Seattle.
I'm going to college and seeing this too. I'm thinking to myself, everybody's focused on Louis C.K. and Amy Schumer, and they kept the eye off Joe Coy. He is creeping while you're sleeping. I know he's doing
Yeah.
You know, they either go to the theater or no, but that's a lot of tickets too.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's 450 a show.
Yeah, it's 450. Yeah,
6 shows, a lot of fucking bodies.
yeah, man. I was doing 16. I was doing 16. No, I was doing 16. I was doing 8 a week.
It was a nice strong takeoff.
Yeah, that's what's going on right now over at Irvine. I'm doing 16 total. 2 weeks total, yeah. That's 5. That's almost 600. Yeah, Brea. Ontario.
Instead of doing one big show in a fucking arena, what do you feel?
I think what it is I'm so addicted to the interaction and the improv, like ad-libbing. And I feel when I do the theaters, I stay in my little pocket and do my set more instead of really like, you know what I mean, like being loose, I guess. And when I'm at the improv, I really just like, I don't know what it is, man. It's just. I'm not trying to do a routine, man. I'm literally just having fun. You know? I'm just
not doing the routine.
No.
Why not?
I think I'm exhausted. You know, I'm exhausted. And they ask me.
You do everything you do on the road.
Yeah.
If you're not on the road, you don't do it.
Yeah. But I mean, you gotta remember, I'm doing 16, like Ontario. I did Ontario, 16 shows, man.
Now, after you get off stage on Sunday, don't you feel rusty on Wednesday?
Nah, I'm ready to go.
I'm in a situation where I'm a 56-year-old.
Yeah.
I got a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
My wife, I enjoy doing this podcast.
Yeah.
What is the playlist?
In my mind, I wish I'd go out 3 weeks.
Hi, folks. Norm here.
But I can't. That's me out.
Yeah.
2 weeks is good enough for me. You know, 4 weeks, 2 theaters, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Look at the last
Hi,
time
folks. Norm here.
shut down. I couldn't get in and out of fucking out.
What happened?
I got stuck in New Orleans. Finally, I got the 722 flight. Don't get you into Atlanta. It was a half hour on the runway in New Orleans and another 45 minutes in Atlanta. And then I get to Atlanta, they lost my luggage. So we had to cancel the cabinet. And you know, it just breaks my fucking heart. You know, like you have to cancel.
Dude, diving is amazing.
Yeah.
I love all these sports.
Yeah.
I love sports. I love life.
Like starting a joke on Friday and seeing where it ends up on Saturday. And the agents told me out of the theaters, out of the clubs, and they say you can make more money.
That was really good.
I forgot, like, hey, it makes sense because of my daughter.
Yeah.
I get to spend more time at home. I get to go to things at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
I get to do those things.
Yeah.
So I'm in a fucking pickle right now.
Yeah.
I'm in a life pickle. You follow me?
Yeah, 100%.
Podcast is the catalyst.
Yeah.
This keeps everybody in fucking business.
This is what's feeding everybody.
So this needs to be done.
Yeah.
I cannot do it with a gun to my head. You can't go over 5 leaves at 4. I gotta come with you at 1. I gotta rush you, not even let you relax, and then do a podcast. Do the podcast knowing I gotta get in a brother.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
I used to do that. Go shoot a movie and run to the comedy store, and guess what? You fucked up both of them.
Yeah.
Because the whole time you're shooting the movie, you're thinking about your stupid set, and you did 90 on La Cienega, so now you think the cops are chasing you when you get on fucking stage. Like, well, you're not focused.
Yeah.
You're not, so for me, number 2, I don't think my act is where it should be. I gotta be honest.
Yeah. That's where the improv comes in.
Be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
You never don't think my act is where I could charge you that amount of money for those tickets.
Yeah, you would feel right on the theater.
Yeah, I don't feel fucking right. So right now I'm in a situation where this year was just to go to a couple theaters, see how it works for me. This cancellation in Atlanta did not go well with me. You know why? Because I'm a first flight out in the morning guy.
Yeah.
That first flight is never delayed.
Yeah.
But I can't fly into Atlanta at 9 in the morning because they won't let you check into your hotel. So you have to allow them to get your fucking hand.
Yeah.
I ain't got time to go to fucking museum. So this is the dilemma with this shit. So I got to make a decision for this year. I love going to the Tampa.
Yeah.
I love going to improvs. Have so many great weekends.
You just made my eyes twitch when you said Tampa.
I love Kansas City. You go to these.
Man, how about the Omaha Funny Bone?
Oh my God, that lady is fucking Colleen. You go to these places, they're your home, but then somebody comes to you and says, "What if I could knock 5,000 off that?" You get less money, but it's only one night. I can live with that. Yeah. Thursday, get a good steak. And Friday, when you get up Friday, you got ready, you do it. If you sold out, you straight. Yeah. People there for you when you sell tickets.
Yes,
Joey. People are there for you when you sell tickets. So the weekend sold out, go down there. It'll take you 2 hours to go down there and talk and smoke on the way back. Stop at CVS, out of your nuts.
Yeah, yeah.
Always forget that.
Don't do taco.
No, don't do taco.
Don't do taco.
Are you ovaries?
Yes.
You're like, I use talcum powder for something.
I did too.
My nuts should be radioactive.
I didn't buy powder unless it said talcum. My dad said talcum.
And I can't see women. Talcum powder is the shit.
Yeah.
I was growing up in the 80s, a woman who didn't put talcum powder on their monkey, she was slipping, Jack.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan podcast, check it out. Stream by day, Joe Rogan podcast by night, all day.
But now women are dying. Yeah, now women are dying. Right or wrong? You think the land right? Okay, you put outside your station.
Right. No, it makes sense. I just never thought of a monkey.
What made you shoot this masterpiece with someone else? Hawaii. Hawaii. Has anybody ever shot a special once?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think Elvis was the last one to shoot a special.
Holy shit. Angela Johnson.
Oh, Angela Johnson, yeah. She shot hers. Oh, that's right, Gabriel, yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
How big was that arena?
This one I sold 4 arenas on. Yeah. Man, I think we sold close to 24,000. It was crazy, man. It was crazy.
You know, there were 24,000 people on the wall.
That's what they said. They're like, Bada, we didn't even know about it.
I said they gave me like Hawaiian day.
Yeah, they keep my own
They
thing.
got rid of fucking Tempo. They said, fuck Tempo, man. Tempo ain't doing this.
Yeah.
Motherfucker brought people from all over the South Pacific. There's fishermen, Samoans is showing up. There's no fuck Romanians, whatever.
They got Gormanians. Yeah, everybody there. Yeah. Yeah, he's great.
Yeah. He's like Joey.
It's crazy.
How you feel now?
I wanted to cry that night. That night was overwhelming.
You say to yourself, what the fuck?
I do. What the fuck? And it's hard to even explain it to anybody, right, Joey? You ever have a meeting with like the people you're seeing, like your team, your agents, your managers, your publicists, and then you just sit there while you're eating, you're like,
This is one of her best dives.
you know, it's crazy. It's even crazy to put your finger on it because it's not, it's not even easy to explain to somebody else. You know what I mean? That this is my payroll. I'm responsible for this right here. If I fuck up and I'm not funny, they're gone. It's over. And it's hard to explain that to someone like my mother or my mom. That's not in this business and realize that that's my reality. You know? And on top of that, I still have to take care of my mother and my son and my sister and everybody else. No, I'm not.
Little baby mama.
Yeah, and I take care of her. You know? Oh, it's amazing. Fuck yeah, I moved her right next to me.
You think you said you just throw a yardstick.
Dude, she's half Filipino, half white like me. And I move her right next to my house. Literally, my son can go, he can walk to his mom's house in less than 4 minutes. And I told her that. I was like, no matter how successful I get, I will take care of you. You don't have to go get a lawyer. You don't have to do anything. The more successful I get, you will be compensated. I will take care of you. Don't worry. I'm not going to let my son live that life, you know, where he's, oh, dad's got all this, and then he goes back to mom. It's like, I'm not going to do that. Like, we're going to be, you're a great mom, taking care of my son.
I'm very fortunate. I always say that Sunday for them.
Yeah.
Very down for the guy. Take care of me. Take care of me. Yeah, teach me how to make a life instead of making a life. Yeah. I always am very thankful. You and I games, I'm very thankful. We work hard, we hustle down and take it. You're Napoleon, this is bold. Your Vegas is my bold.
Oh, what's crazy?
Bold. This guy 5'2", his name is Ron. All he cares about is money. I want money. I want money. You make money, you do business. You do comedy. And so I did the comedy show one night. He saw more white eyes than he ever sold in his life.
Yeah.
When we do comedy again. When we do comedy again.
Wow.
I found out he would say, can I come to you? I'm like,
This is a real conversation.
And that's just the beginning.
There's a podcast. There's a 500 now. We call it now. Let me go get 40 minutes long. We give it 500 because there's nights off in Monday. We get any black guys that bump into and then the Chinese restaurant. I'm not here. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'll just stop and go out. Then I go in there and Tuesday and go, Ron, what the fuck were you last night? Go out with me.
You're gonna catch little glitches in the matrix.
How about Eddie Murphy?
You know, it's gonna say
Yeah, man. Monday night I show up with Eddie Murphy, some black people look like Eddie Murphy. And I go in there Tuesday, I got another nickel. This one I'm for you. Every, how about it? I'll have you do this Friday. We sell 300 chicken. I make special. Then Monday I show up again. Days off. And then one day I actually showed up with something. I go, that's, he wanted the guy from Monday Night Football. Rick, the guy that fucked up Monday Night Football. His brother owns Cap City. Really nice. Rich Miller.
Oh, Dennis Miller.
Dennis Miller had Monday Night Football.
Oh my God, he did.
One night he came and goes, I want Dennis Miller. He's a funny guy. I'll get him here next week. I showed up on a Monday with some white guy who was there that night. That's not Dennis Miller, you fucking
asshole. I want my money back for Bill Cosby. I want my money back for Eddie Murphy.
Oh, I had Lenny Bruce in there. Oh, Mum's brother. Yeah. Everybody he wanted, I would bring him. He's the actual black one. Like, you know, in Chinese people's eyes, all black kids the same.
The same black guy every time.
Oh my God, you cannot believe this one. He had a beauty Chinese restaurant across from the hot dogs place called Mustard's Last Day.
But this is also
Last Damn.
Yeah.
what they have now is
Where's this at?
Boulder, Colorado.
Oh my
it's getting to
God.
the point where
This is a real story. I don't want to leave here, Joey. Go that fucking stuff.
what things are going
This is really, and you paying for this?
Jesus, every week you come. He's a funny guy. He does himself on fire. He's not trying. I show him on Monday. I told you Friday. Monday, nobody comes to the restaurant. We do on Monday. You say 10,000. That's Monday night. More Friday. We only sent 160 people. That was fucking question. You didn't shit. We'll make our money back in food. I had another brother who was working on me because he loved me. Yeah. How many people love me? So he was one time shooting me. The open sign. Open sign. So my buddy was the one who put me out. He was working. He wanted to open. He fuck up the letters. Come back and put out the Bible. It was crazy. We were fucking around.
Oh my God.
We fucking crazy.
No wonder he needed so much money.
Yeah.
Jumping street on the
He did great fucking business.
Everything was in neon. Dumpling soup.
Everything. He was so fucking crazy. Open now, happy hour, buffet bars. He wanted everything like. He wanted to light up his bar and call like, I don't know. Produce something. He really just.
There's nothing there now.
I have not been there in 50 years to see much. I've been to both on that side. It's towards the college, right up the bottom from the university. So I think it's Arapahoe, Whole Foods, something just like
He has like a new restaurant with like a wall of fame. It's just black people. But it's like he says, oh, that's your coffee. That's Richard Pie.
I am. Like I was saying, you have not expected to see it. Like the way you came up, you did your apprenticeship in Vegas, you rented out your own fucking rooms, you sold tickets. Then you came to LA, you went to the Black Factory.
Yeah. I used to hand out cards out front all day. Every set, oh man, I would hand out cards left. You know what's crazy, Joey? I was doing a show, and the girl name is Mindy. She DM'd me